Introduction. Your morning toast may be doing more harm than you think. Have you ever stood at your kitchen counter, slicing into a warm, soft piece of bread, thinking it's just another harmless part of your morning routine? Maybe even a comforting one? You're not alone. For decades, we've been told that bread is the foundation of a healthy diet. Whole wheat is good. Multi-grain is better. Gluten-free? That must be the healthiest of all. But as a urologist with over 30 years of experience caring for men over 60, I've seen firsthand how that very slice of toast, the one you trust each day, might be quietly draining your energy, inflaming your arteries, and even sabotaging your most intimate functions. Let me be clear. This isn't about fad diets or fear tactics. It's about uncovering the truth that the food industry doesn't tell you, and helping you reclaim the strength, clarity, and vitality you still deserve. Because after 60, your body changes, your metabolism slows, your hormones shift, your circulation becomes more sensitive, and your diet, especially the bread you eat, can either be your silent enemy or your healing ally. So today, I'm going to walk you through 4 of the worst breads you should eliminate immediately, and 4 powerful alternatives that can restore your energy, sharpen your thinking, and even reignite your confidence where it matters most. Before we begin, if you find value in doctor-backed, straightforward health advice for older adults, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. It helps us continue creating empowering content for men like you and for the women who love you. Body. The breads that drain you and the ones that heal you. 1. White bread, the soft slice that silently weakens you. White bread may be nostalgic. It may remind you of simpler days, school lunches, diner breakfasts, or Sunday toast with butter and jam. But let me tell you what I tell my patients in the exam room. White bread is not food, it's a sugar delivery system in disguise. When you eat white bread, you're consuming refined flour that has been stripped of fiber, vitamins, and essential nutrients. What remains is a fluffy starch that turns into glucose almost instantly. Once digested, it spikes your blood sugar and leaves your body scrambling to produce insulin. Over time, this contributes to insulin resistance, visceral fat gain, especially around the belly, inflammation in arteries, diminished blood flow to vital organs, including your brain and genital zone. Patient Gerald, 72 years old, former Marine, came in feeling drained, foggy, and disconnected. His routine? Eggs, coffee, and white toast. We replaced just that toast with the fiber-rich alternative. In 3 weeks, his energy returned, his sleep deepened, and, in his words, he finally felt like himself again. White bread doesn't just cause sugar crashes, it starves your gut microbiome. Without fiber, your beneficial bacteria die off. That imbalance affects testosterone levels, immune response, digestion, and even mood. So ask yourself, is the taste of nostalgia worth the price of your vitality? 2. Whole wheat bread, the deceptive health halo. We've all seen the labels. Whole wheat, heart healthy, made with whole grains. But here's the deception: most commercial whole wheat breads are no better than white bread. When you turn the package around, the first ingredient is often enriched wheat flour, a refined flour stripped of its natural grain components, with synthetic vitamins sprinkled in as a poor substitute. For a man over 60, this is a metabolic trap. The glycemic response is nearly as high as white bread. The body experiences blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes. Your insulin struggles to keep up, and your gut, still starved of real fiber. I think of Alan, 67, a high school coach with stubborn belly fat and rising blood pressure. He had switched to whole wheat thinking he was doing better, but when we dug into the ingredients, he was shocked. Once we replaced that bread with the true 100% whole grain option, he dropped 5 pounds in a month, lowered his BP by 10 points, and felt lighter mentally and physically. The lesson? Don't be fooled by marketing. Always check for 100 whole grain on the label, at least 3 grams of fiber per sliceno, enriched or bleached fleur C. Deserve truth, not buzzwords. Your heart, prostate, and hormones are counting on it. 3. Multigrain bread, the stylish imposter. Of all the breads, multigrain is perhaps the most deceptive. It sounds earthy, robust, and nutrient-dense. But multigrain only means multiple types of grain were used. It says nothing about whether those grains are whole, refined, bleached, or dead. More often than not, it's just enriched flour, with some oats or barley flakes sprinkled in for texture. The result? Another high glycemic, fiber-poor, inflammatory food masquerading as healthy. I had a patient named Lorraine, 74, a retired teacher who journaled every bite she ate. Her midday sandwich was always on multigrain bread, but she was constantly exhausted, had stiff joints, and couldn't lose weight. We switched her to sprouted grain bread and her energy, blood sugar, and digestion dramatically improved in 14 days. Multigrain breads often spike blood sugar, contain preservatives and added sugars, disrupt gut health with chemical conditioner. Leave you hungrier sooner. If you've been falling for the multigrain myth, it's not your fault. The food industry spends billions on packaging, not truth. But now you know better and can choose better. 4. Gluten-free bread. The most dangerous illusioni want to say this carefully, because for those with celiac disease, gluten-free eating is essential. But for most older adults, gluten-free bread may be the worst offender of all. Why? Because it's typically made with rice flour, tapioca starch, and potato starch. High glycemic, nutrient-empty carbohydrates that spike your blood sugar faster than white bread. Worse, many gluten-free loaves are loaded with industrial oils, canola, sunflower, that drive systemic inflammation, especially harmful to men dealing with prostate enlargement, circulational problems, joint stiffness, sexual decline. Remember Roger, 69, who switched to gluten-free bread for heart health, but found himself crashing every afternoon, foggy, tired, emotionally flat. We swapped his bread for one made with sprouted grains. Within 2 weeks, his energy surged and his digestion normalized. So remember, gluten-free doesn't mean good for you. It only means free of one protein, not free of inflammation, sugar crashes, or hormonal disruption. The breads that heal. 4 choices that support energy, testosterone, and circulation. 1. Sprouted grain bread, the gold standard. Sprouted grain bread, like Ezekiel bread, is made from living grain seeds that have been allowed to germinate before baking. This process unlocks more protein, slow digesting carbs, active enzymes, parts of the grain, bran, germ, and endospermates, rich in B vitamins, magnesium, and antioxidants that support testosterone, digestion, and prostate health. Harold, 71, was a skeptic. But when we replaced his toast with sprouted grain, his energy lasted all day, his sugar cravings dropped, and he even said his evening confidence had returned. Sprouted grain bread is dense, nutty, and deeply satisfying. It digests slowly, stabilizing blood sugar and keeping you grounded, not bloated or tired. For men over 60, this bread supports hormone balance, mental clarity, and long-term energy. No fluff, just fuel. 2. Traditional sourdough, ancient wisdom, modern healing, made through a natural fermentation process. Sourdough is rich in beneficial bacteria and has reduced levels of gluten and phytic acid, making it easier on aging. Digestive systems. Tom, 68, retired firefighter, struggled with bloating and mental fog. We swapped his supermarket bread with real sourdough, just flour, water, salt, and thyme. Within 10 days, his bloating eased, his focus improved, and his wife said, "He's back." Sourdough aids digestion, lowers glycemic response, supports gut and heart health, improves nutrient absorption. All sourdoughs are created equal. Avoid commercial ones with shortcuts. Look for a real fermentation. Your gut will thank you. 3. Whole rye bread, fiber-powered metabolic support. Rye is a traditional grain packed with arabinoxolin, a unique fiber that improves insulin sensitivity, LDL cholesterol, promotes satiety, reduces belly fat, and blood sugar crashes. Joyce, 67, was meticulous but exhausted. Her healthy breads had hidden sugars and no fiber. We gave her sprouted rye bread, dense, flavorful, and only 4 ingredients. Within weeks, her A1C improved, digestion regulated, and her mood lifted. Rye pairs beautifully with savory toppings and keeps you full for hours. It's a quiet warrior for any man over 60 seeking stable energy and cardiovascular strength. 4. Flaxseed bread. The hormonal flax seeds are rich in omega-3s, lignans, and soluble fiber. 3 keys to male health after 60. Lignans help modulate estrogen levels, which become more relevant as testosterone naturally declines. Omega-3s fight inflammation, and fiber supports bowel regularity and nutrient absorption. Martin, 65, came in with joint pain and prostate inflammation. He switched to flaxseed bread, and within a week, digestion improved, inflammation eased, and he laughed. "Doc, things are waking up again down there." Flaxseed bread may not be trendy, but it's a nutritional powerhouse, and every bite is medicine for your gut, heart, and hormones. Conclusion: one slice, one choice, one comeback. Now, you've seen how something as simple as the bread in your toaster can dramatically influence your energy, clarity, and vitality. It's not just about blood sugar or digestion. It's about feeling alive again. So here's what I ask. Make the switch today. Say goodbye to white, enriched, multigrain, and gluten-free imposters. Embrace sprouted, sourdough, rye, and flaxseed bread. Watch your energy lift, your gut ease, your hormones realign, and your confidence return. In 7 days, you'll feel the shift. In 14 days, your sleep and mood may improve. By 30 days, you may look in the mirror and see a man you haven't seen in years. You're not too old. It's not too late. And you deserve better than bread that slowly takes more than it gives. If this article spoke to you, if it gave you clarity or hope, I invite you to subscribe to our channel, leave a comment with your story, share this with a friend who needs it, because this isn't just a channel. It's a community of men rebuilding strength, one honest choice at a time. And it starts with the bread on your plate.